Hey guys, finally he sleeps. Back again with another FC Mobile video. This is Market Tricks episode 22, and we are coming into the second anniversary event. And I told you that I was going to test out this if the icons were going to work, and I waited until late in the week to buy these. On Sunday, their value had dropped down a lot, but not far enough. And honestly, I kind of started to panic a little bit about where this was at and if it was going to be relatively worth it. And I wanted to see if I could get it closer to 2 million for each of these players rather than 2.5, 2.6, because worst case, you can exchange them back for coins at 1.5. to make it a little less as an investment into this. So late Sunday, early Monday, the value started to drop. I think people were getting a little bit more, they were starting to dump players. They're getting rid of stuff because they knew the Rankup tokens were coming and things were going to change a little bit, and was able to buy these at a much cheaper value. And as they started to come down in value, I got a little bit more invested in it and started buying a lot more. And I think I was down to about 3.2 billion because everything was invested back into these 90s. And I thought it's a gamble, but it's worth it just to see. So we started out at the beginning of the week at 5,495,104,100 coins. So 5.5 billion from last week. And this is let's see, second anniversary has been out now for just a few hours, and started to see these values to go up, but I'm a little bit panicked that they're going to start rolling through and the values are going to start coming down, and right now they're up. So I'm starting to unload as much of this stuff as I can. It's going to take a while, plus second anniversary is out, so I want to see kind of what I can do with the event. And we'll come back once all of this stuff is sold. There's 600 and some players still to unload. So we'll break here and reconvene in a little bit to see how much coins we ended up pushing from 5.5 billion last week. So we'll be right back. All right, so we're not right back. It's been about 24 hours since I started moving the stuff in the market. Second anniversary, there were some glitches that came in. Division rivals went down, some changes, and I wanted to buy some of the gem packs while they were fresh in the store and see what was all going on with it. So I kind of stopped on the selling of the players because it was 600 players, and I really wanted to try to get into second anniversary. And the status of where we are, let's see, I still have a lot of players left to sell. There's this, when you start over the new season of each season shift. Now, I'm not talking like the year season, but like every 4 weeks when your league resets and everything, that you get your new league rewards. There's just a lot of players that come in. So I was flush with players. Plus, I could finally convert all of the Mascheranos that were sitting around, and some of the new rewards that come in with league rewards. Was able to sell some players. We are already up over 6.5 billion. This is 76 million. So that's going to be kind of the numbers. Even though there's a lot of stuff still sitting here, 300 and some players, there's really not more than 10 million, 20 million worth of coins here in all of this lower level stuff that I still have to dump. But that's where the numbers we're going to take a look at. This is how it was the first week coming into the anniversary event. We're ending it at 6,615,257,357. And that is nuts. That is crazy for tradable players. The icons did work out, and they went up, they came back down, and they are fluctuating now. We are a day in. Best is back up 3.7. These things aren't changing. So it feels like the value here we should still see. Like here, we'll look at Butragino. Let's look at his chart, you watch that, it's still going back up. They didn't remove the exchange. The exchange is still there. If we go into player exchange, rank ups, the player exchange is still there. You get 200 of these rank up tokens a week. So it's the equivalent of 2 of the Mascheranos. But if you're ranking up players, they've changed the way it works. So I don't know whether or not it's, see, I think to go to level 1, it's now 100. And then to go to level 2, it's 200. So that's 300. So that's 3 Mascheranos. So it's 1 more Mascherano than before to go to level 3. But eventually, I think it evens out, or it might be a little less. I'll have to run the numbers to see what the difference is compared to the rank up tokens compared to the Mascheranos. I haven't done it. I've taken 1 player up. The only thing I did here was before it ended, I did grab Dirk and Barnes at left wing and right wing from the last event and did max them both out, but I can't remember what was going on, like how many ranked tokens compared to the Mascheranos, because I think I did Dirk before anniversary and then did Barnes right after the anniversary as far as the rank ups go, and I can't remember what the conversion rate was, so I'll have to take a look at it and compare. I think it was very similar. I actually think we might be getting a better deal on the rank ups with the rank up tokens than we were with it, but I can't confirm that. Somebody may have done the math already. I just don't, it wasn't me. We have these new badges, and the badges.
Badges? We ain't got no badges.
We do need badges. They are awesome.
We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
And I'm pretty excited to see what they're going to do to the game and to the market. This stuff is there's a little, it should be a separate video, but the way the badges work, it has to come down to your collection of players. Like, have you collected the players to get the rank to increase your level on the badges? The kickoff badge is an easy one. It is just in the store. You go over to exchanges, go to kickoff. You spend, 13? So 2,600 gems. You buy these 13 packs. And you see where, okay, we claimed Van Dijk. And you're going to buy these players, 2,600 gems. They're all untradable. So now the way the badges work is that you only get credit for untradable players. This is where I find this pretty cool. If you have a tradable player, if you buy a player in the market, you can then convert him to an untradable to get credit for the badge. Now, if you do that, you cannot then sell the player. He becomes an untradable in your lineup, but you can use them for an exchange and still have credit. So I'll show you how that works in a separate video, but as far as this goes, this is how these badges work out. So let's go back to the home page. We go to, this one's all maxed out. I have my 13 of 13 players because I just spent the 2,600 gems on it. So it is there. If I go back to my team, the badge here should be available. It is maxed out. So I got +3 for reactions, volley, and finishing. But that was an easy one because we just bought all of the players in the market for 2,600 gems. It was just a 2,600 gem to, badge to explain how to use it. The rest of these badges have to do with players that you're earning through the events. And you can buy them in the market and then convert them to untradable, which is just pure genius. That will add value to marketable players. Let's just show you real quick. I'll show you what it is. So if we go to the 3rd anniversary and we go to the players that are over here, there are 115 players available. If we look at one, let's say Matt Turner is a 104. So he's only worth 5 exchange points. But if I go to the market and I find him, Matt Turner, 26 mil. You can buy him right now for 24.8. If you buy him for 24.8, we'll let this purchase. Claim the player. So now we go to the anniversary event, and I want to show you that he is available here. Where's it at? Gallery? Yeah. If we go to the team exchange, we do second anniversary. Turner is now showing up that he is worth 5 exchange points. So we can exchange him for 5 points. You don't want to do that though, because if you go here to the badge where it says activate, we check the players. He is now down here. I'm not getting the experience for him until I activate. If I activate him, it makes him untradeable. This action is irrevocable. Activating player items converts them into untradables and carries over their training and rank up levels, activates one player. If I activate him, now he becomes untradeable. So I don't get any credit for him in if I go to the market, I'm unable to sell him back. So we'll do this. We go back to because he is now untradeable. So he no longer shows up in here. He's untradeable. But if I go to the exchange, I can exchange him here this way for 5 points, or I can use him in a coin exchange, because even though they're untradeable, they've been activated. They were originally tradable cards. So you can get 15 million of the money that you spent back out of that. It's kind of a higher OVR card, so it's not necessarily the end of the world to be able to exchange this stuff in. But the way you're going to want to do this is hold these players, because we're seeing their value kind of sit flush right now. There is a very high possibility that as the event goes on and people start to panic about getting players for their badges, they will start to purchase some of these players. So my advice is don't turn any of them into exchangeables. Don't do any of that until towards the end, and then make those decisions. This gives a really good reason to buy the 300K pack every day, and anytime you can get a hold of tradable players, either through the Star Pass or through the 4,000 gem pack. The tradable players may go up in value towards the end of this, specifically because of the way this is all working. Now I want to show you something here as well. If I go back to the gallery, I think it is, and let's go to the exchange. Let's go ahead and exchange Turner for the 5 points. So I get 5 anniversary shards. He's gone. I no longer have him. But if I go back to the badge and look at my team badge and I go to players, I still have credit for Turner. If you exchange them after you've made them untradeable and you exchange them for shards, you still get credit for it. You just can't sell them. You have to activate them, make them untradeable, and then you can exchange them for 1,500 coins, get your points. You still gain credit here towards your badge. This is going to change the way the market works. We just don't know exactly what the long-term positives and negatives are going to be of this, but I'm excited to see what it does. Anytime there's anything dynamic that happens to the market, I'm excited, because we don't want it to just sit stagnant and stale the whole time. I am, again, going to go in on the icons this week. You cannot beat that. It's an easy coins each and every week. The plan is by next week, we want to at least be into the 7 billion range. Hopefully on the high side of 7, maybe closer to 8 than 7. We'll see now that the anniversary is here and kind of gauge what happens. FinallyHeSleeps. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure you subscribe here on the channel. That way you never miss one of these videos go live. As long as you guys keep showing up, I'll keep making videos.